Shalom. I want to start out by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Kol Halo Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Again, the name of the Father is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. I have breaking news I want to read, but first I want to read this article. All right. Israel to strike any Iran military foothold in Syria. Defense minister of Israel said this. All right. Iran was invited into Syria legally and is a member of the United Nations. All right. Israel is just upset because Iran has growing influence and becoming a powerhouse. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to read through this. Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman vowed Thursday to strike at any attempt by Iran to establish a military foothold in Syria. Again, their presence is welcome. They're legal. All right. And again, Israel fired on Iran and killed 7 Iranians, which is an act of war. All right. Speaking with Elaf, a news website run by a Saudi businessman, Lieberman also threatened firm retaliation if Israel was attacked by Iran. No one was ever threatening Israel. Iran was never threatening Israel. But Israel killed 7 Iranian soldiers. If they attack Tel Aviv, we'll strike Tehran. All right. And here's the thing. Israel and the United States of America, they like to think that no other nation has the right to defend themselves. They're wrong. They have the full right to defend themselves, especially since Israel killed 7 Iranian servicemen when Iran has the legal right and was invited in Syria to help the Syrian government. The comments came as Lieberman visited Washington to meet U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton and other officials discuss what his office called Iran's expansion. That's what they're really scared of. All right, because the growing influence of Iran, and Iran is the main stabilizer of the Middle East. All right. Lieberman said of neighboring Syria, we don't intervene in the war, don't fight there, but Iran is trying to establish bases there and attack us from there with advanced arms it brings to them. On April 9th, 7 Iranian personnel were among 14 people killed in a strike on the T4 airbase in Syria, with Iran and Russia blaming Israel for the attack. All right. Iran actually really does have the legal right. They could actually set up bases in other parts of the Middle East if they were invited to, and they have the legal right to. All right, again, they're the main stabilizer in the Middle East. America sets bases all over the world. It's legal. China has a base, just moved a naval base in, I think somewhere in Africa or something. It's legal. All right, and again, Iran is a legal government, member of the United Nations. All right, Israel is just getting scared because they have no influence. And it's funny how they're trying to scrap the Iran nuclear deal because Israel's trying to influence that. Second. Now I'm going to read this. U.S. going to expand fight in Syria. This is breaking news by General Mattis. U.S. Secretary, U.S. Secretary of Defense James Mattis explained the country's decision not to withdraw troops from Syria during a Senate Armed Service Committee hearing by the increased Daesh offenses in the region. They were never going to leave Syria. They just try to sound political, spread in circuses. They were never going to leave Syria. All right, now it's just we're here and we're going to just try and take the oil. All right, right now we are not withdrawing U.S. troops from Syria, Mattis told the Senate Armed Services Committee. We are continuing the fight. We are going to expand it and bring in more regional support, okay, which is going to create more chaos. Iran and Russia, it's not going to sit well with Iran and Russia. According to the U.S. top defense official, the United States will expand its anti-Daesh operation with the help of regional states. They fund terrorism. Amid Trump's statements concerning the mild pullout of U.S. military, which is a lie. Again, remember, we're going to take everybody out of Afghanistan. We're taking some troops out. Now we're sending some troops back in. Now we're taking some troops out. Now we're sending more troops back in. No one ever left Afghanistan. 18 years in Afghanistan. Smoke and mirrors, lies, bread and circuses. All right. Defense Secretary James Mattis has previously outlined the possibility of terrorist groups regrouping in remote positions in Syria, saying to the U.S. president that the withdrawal would reverse the progress achieved so far. They are never planning on withdrawing. And again, when you go into Project Timber Sycamore, which they are still doing the same agenda, all right? They They don't want to help. They fund terrorism. The United States funds terrorism. And I just saw Russia called out the U.S., UK, and France specifically. Or he will. But here's the thing. They want to kill Assad. They want to kill Assad. That's the whole point. So they could get oil. Same thing in Iraq. All right. So anyways, World War III is happening right now. War with Russia and Iran is certain. We're in the midst of World War III right now. So now I'm going to pull up a couple precepts. Let their table become a snare before them. When you go into the word table in the Latin, that means bank. So really their desire for money has become a snare before them going into Syria for that oil. And that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Pour out thine indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. Let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents. So the United States of America is ultimately going to be destroyed via nuclear weapons. You know, all it really takes is Russia, because no one has nuclear weapons like Russia or China. All right, then no one can stop Russian nuclear weapons. If they desire to shoot those nuclear weapons, that's it. All right, so now Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright thine arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, which is Russia, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it. All right, and in prior chapter, or in this chapter actually, which I'm not going to pull up, it says, and all who are joined with the Medes. All right, so several nations who are united with Russia are going to, you know, make bright their arrows, which is a reference to ICBM nuclear missiles. Because it is, for his devices against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong, set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes, which is what they're doing right now. You know, Iran, China, or Russia are actually working together right now to work around U.S. pressure, all right, whether it be economically, militarily, in every aspect. All right, and actually their economies are growing. They're doing very well. For Yahweh hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, thy measure of thy covetousness. Yahweh of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. All right, so again, it's in that process right now. The American dollar is collapsing. The RFID microchip implants become mandatory in 2019. You know, this is just insane. Everything that's just happening without me saying this regardless. It's happening, you know. And again, you know, according to certain man I think he was a advisor or CIA. He said war with Russia is imminent. It's certain. All right, so the United States is currently at war with Russia and Iran right now. These are acts of war, all of it. So we're in World War III right now. So with that, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Kol Halo Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Double honors, apostles, elders, great millstone, who are the holy apostles, prophets mentioned in the book of Revelation. And bless the Akim that are pushing word in truth and sincerity. To all you men of great millstone, I say, Barakatam, Bahasham Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Waha, Racha, Kudash, and Shalom.